We are back for Season 7 with Esbjerg, and I know it has been a while, but we are actually going to do this. We are 5 games into the season already. We are currently sat top of the table, a 100% record in the league. In Europe, not so much. First of all, before we talk about the results and what's going on in Europe, let's look at transfers. The biggest transfer to leave the club over the summer is Erkan Tan, the Turkish left-back, but he has returned on loan from RB Leipzig. We've not got a huge amount of money from either. We do have a 50% sell-on in there though. So, Tan has gone, he's come back. We're going to obviously keep playing him probably for another season. Although now that he's not ours, I'm not as invested in keeping him to play him and make him into a better footballer. We've also sold Luka Klanak, who I don't think was particularly good for us last season. He's gone to Fortuna Dusseldorf. Rogerio Nyakossi has also left the club, signing for Lausanne in his native Switzerland. Again, I think he could have been good. He wasn't very good though. And the final one is Valentin Ozoron-Mofor, who has left the club and returned to Nigeria to play for Rivers United. We didn't really play him. We played him 5 times. He probably should have got more games. Along with Erkan Tan joining on loan, we've brought in 6 other players, all on free transfers. We have not really done a lot of business so far in this transfer window, and I'm not expecting to do much either. Morten Lundsgaard is the first up. He was released from FC Copenhagen, only 19 years of age. He's not going to play for us, but he's one for the future. Orlando Meyer was a player who I think I might have even mentioned before last season. He's basically gone through the mess of the MLS and got released from about 4 different clubs in one season. We have brought him in and then loaned him out to Viborg because he's not going to play for us, but the Honduran international I think is going to be quite good in a few years' time. Somebody who I think is very good now is Nistor Babiu, signed from a random Romanian team. Scouts are very useful sometimes. He's come in, like I said, free transfer. I think he was released or he's out of contract at the end of his contract, basically. Technically, he's not very good. Mentally and physically, he is ridiculous. All we need to do is train this man up to actually play football, and we've got ourselves a very good young Romanian midfielder. Another youngster to join on a free is Kylian Williamson, signed from MVV in Holland. He's played 166 times for them. I think he's quite good. He's probably not ready to play first team football for us, but he's going to be there or thereabouts for most of the season. Also, he is a perfectionist, which, if I understand correctly, is a very good personality to have. And we've also signed some real people on free transfers. Cesar Gelabert is next up, signed from Laredo, but formerly of Real Madrid. And Mirandes, he has come in, free transfer, 27 years of age, a left winger, attacking midfielder, central midfielder. He can play all over the place. I think this is a very good signing for us, in the prime of his life as well. And finally, following on from last season's loan deal, Bartol Barisic has joined the club on a free transfer. I think we're going to get a lot of goals out of Barisic, and I will tell you why. We are going to change our formation to one that I've downloaded, and it's quite good. It's actually quite good. You get a lot of goals from strikers. However, we haven't been playing that formation just yet, and we are doing very good. We've been playing a 4-3-2-1 formation, which again is a downloaded one. It seemed to do alright, but I want to change it up, which might be a terrible thing to do. In the league, we are 5 for 5, beating Silkeborg, Horsens, OB, AAB and Nordsjælland. Up next is Copenhagen, which is why we are back today for this episode. We're also going to play AGF. In Europe, we absolutely smashed Heerenveen 6-4 and 4-0. 10-4 on aggregate. Milos Markovic scoring silly amounts of goals. He might score a lot of goals, in fact. He might be our number 1 striker. And then we get knocked out of the Europa Conference League thanks to Red Star? It's Red Star, isn't it? That's Red Star? I think that's Red Star. Anyway, we're out of Europe, but we are currently top of the league. This is the formation we had been playing. Ignore the players. This probably was what I used to play at some point, but I don't think this is what we were actually playing. But this was what we played for the first however many games of the season, and it worked quite well. But this is what we are going to be moving to. It is the 7 Klopdiola formation. It's very good. I've played it in a few sort of off-camera saves, and yeah, you get a lot of goals from strikers and wingers and arguably central midfielders as well. So this is what we're going to go for. This is going to be a real test then of our squad. There you can see the starting 11. Rubio and Junior, or Nduka Junior, in the central defence positions are going to have a very, very tough job because Rooney is up front. They've also got Brun Larsen. They've got Borges as well on the wing. Copenhagen are obviously very, very good. Last season, they lost 2 games all season. And so far, I think they've already lost 1 game. Can we make it 2 defeats, 2 losses in the first 6 games of the season? That would be lovely if we can. Erkan Tan's throw. Babu collects it back to Tan. In the middle to Madsen. Tan once again. The loney. Mossen plays it through. Pete's there and Pete blazes it over the bar. Another chance possibly going our way. 16 minutes. Mossen to Babu. Back to Mossen. Crosses in. Junior and Duca is there. Why is he up there for? Rubio to Madsen. And what a screamer from Nicholas Madsen. 17 minutes played. We take the lead against FC Copenhagen. And this could be massive. Fully aware it is only game 6 of the season. But still, this could be massive. Randers move up into 2nd place. Copenhagen drop down to 3rd. Rubio with the ball for us. Are we going to get a second? We're not going to get a second at the moment. It's fallen, though, to Mateo Meyer. He goes for a run-off towards the left-hand side. Blasts it past the goalkeeper, but wide of the posts as well. Erkan Tan. We are keeping them very quiet, aren't we? And Duca Jr. to Rubio. He's gone forward, finds Larson. Babu's pass is not the best. And now Copenhagen in their lovely pink kit can start to come forward. Ball upfield. Erkan Tan controls it well. And now the loney, former, obviously, Esbjerg player, goes for a run down the left-hand side. Gelabert on the ground to Meyer. Meyer's ball goes into the opposite corner. It's 2-0 against FC Copenhagen, and we are not even at half-time. We are looking superb. By the way, the link to the formation will be in the description below as we enter half-time. Copenhagen have done nothing. They've literally had no shots. Pitaluga has had nothing to do. We've also got massive injury problems as well, by the way, which is why we're playing Meyer. Wasn't expecting to play Meyer. I was expecting to play one of our newer players, possibly, Markovic, but both of them I think are actually injured. Estevez with a throw. 60 minutes on the clock already in the second half. Johansson plays it back to Estevez, or E-Steves as I like to call him. Watana. Fomin? Was that his name? Was his name Fomin? Okay, fair enough. It is Solbakken, plays it in the middle. Are Copenhagen going to get themselves a shot, let alone a goal? Solbakken crosses it in. Erkan Tan can't get there, and Rooney is there to make it 2-1 on the hour mark. Right, time for some changes. Mamadou Gay is going to come on the right-hand side. What else do we want to do? Do we want to do Emil Højlund? I mean, is he good? He's not good. I got confused. I thought it was Rasmus Højlund. It's Emil. We've even got Ibrahim on the bench. Is that an option? We could do Ibrahim for Nesta. Why not? That goal from Rooney was literally their first shot on target, and it found the bottom corner, but we are still currently winning the game. The second half, it has been a lot quieter. We've had no shots ourselves in the second half. Copenhagen now on 5-2 on target, but no highlights. It is looking very, very promising. If we can just hold on for 3 minutes, apparently, of injury time, we're going to do some more subs. 3 more changes then. It's going to be Musakiri coming on up front, and we've changed both of our fullbacks, Mortensen and Gercic, also coming on. The 2 subs that I did earlier, both of them are on 6-4s and a 6-5. So maybe I shouldn't have bothered with those subs. I spent more time doing the subs than there was left of the match as well. It is a 2-1 win against Copenhagen. Madsen and Meyer with the goals. And that is something that we have not done for a very long time, if ever, in this save. That is very good reading. That is Copenhagen's first defeat, actually, of the season. Okay, they've drawn twice. They've now lost once as well. We are sitting pretty at the top of the table. We're going to go forward to play AGF, I think is our next match. It is. And then we've got the end of the transfer window as well, which we will stick about for. Have we got money to spend? No, not really. We've not really got any money, have we? We're a couple of days later, and we have done something which I should have done a very long time ago. Andreas Grankvist was our director of football. And I know they're not that particularly important, but I do use my director of football quite a lot. And he's not the best. So we've brought someone new in. It's an Englishman, formerly of Liverpool. The current Liverpool director of football, Julian Ward, we have brought in. And he has got a very good knowledge of South America. Obviously, quite a lot of Central Europe as well. He's now obviously going to get a bit Scandinavia mixed in. Is he a former player? He is a former player of some cracking sides. He was also a scout at Man City. He spent a lot of time at Liverpool, actually, by the looks of it. So we've got ourselves a new director of football. And not only that, we have also brought in a brand new head of youth development, formerly of FC Nordsjælland, a new gen, not a real man, Magnus Allentoft, who has come in, obviously Danish. He's got some knowledge of France as well for some reason. I don't quite know why, but there you go. 19 working with youngsters, 15 and 15 judging player potential and ability. He picks a similar formation to us-ish. I mean, at the moment, we're playing a defence midfielder 2 central, so we're a 4-3-2-1. But it's close enough, isn't it? It's close enough. I guess we're a 4-3-3. That's probably what it is. That one works, doesn't it? Second formation works. But obviously, with Magnus in and our change in director of football, maybe we're going to see some more developments off the pitch as well. Not that we can really control that. Match number 2 then, away from home against AGF, who have just lost a match apparently, so they've lost 2 of their last 5 games. We are playing exactly the same starting 11 because we still have some fitness concerns. Pete, I'm not sure, is good enough for us anymore. I think he's got potential, but I don't think he's ever going to reach it now. For some reason, I don't know, how old is he now? 24, 25, something like that? I think he's probably peaked as a footballer. Speaking of Pete, tries to find Rubio or Nduka. It found one of them, not quite sure, but it is saved. Our first chance from a corner almost finds the back of the net. AGF with a chance themselves, though, and it's gone just wide. Madsen of their team, not of our team, heading that one wide. We obviously have Madsen. They've got a Madsen as well. It is Mortensen with a throw. It's not the same starting 11. We're playing Mortensen. He came off the bench in the last one. Mortensen loses out. Pete collects it and plays it back to Rubio. Okay, Mortensen goes for another little run. Jinkin little run. Can't quite get it past the AGF defence. Babiu to Rubio. The El Salvadorian international, Erkan Tan, on the ground is not the best pass. Is that Matthew Mori with the ball now for AGF? In the middle was Gudmundsson. Mori's going to collect it again. Tan's chasing. Keeping up with him though, but not close enough. It is Kwan Chang Hoon scoring for AGF. It's 1-0. And it was all exciting against Copenhagen. I feel like we might not do the same against AGF. I'm going to blame injuries. That's what we're going to go with. AGF coming forward again with a very good ball through the middle. It is kicked straight into Pitaluga's face by the looks of it. Highlight is carrying on. Mori with the ball. Junior and Duca clears it. Are we going to get there first? Does not look like we're going to. And AGF are going to try and come forward once again. I feel like the highlights happened. It's not happened because it's 2-0. Something is not working right now. Something is not working with this formation or against this team. It might just be this team where they're playing a very narrow squad. Narrow starting 11. Maybe that's the issue. But we are doing very badly. It is 33 minutes. Tan collects it. One of our poor performance on a 6.3 currently. Madsen to Meyer, who's picked up an injury as well. That is a third striker injured. Mortensen to Larsen, crosses in. Meyer's there. Meyer's effort is blocked well by the goalkeeper. It's going to be a corner. We should be good from corners. We've got Rubio. We've got Nduka to aim for. Pete is the man to take it. It's towards Nduka. It's nowhere near Nduka. Gelabert heads back towards the penalty area for some reason. And then his miscontrol is just horrendous. We're not getting anything from this one, are we? Half time against AGF, and it is 2-0, and we have been awful. Absolutely awful. Right, Tan is going to come off. We're going to bring on Gercic. We're also going to take off Pete for Gay. We're going to do Meyer for Hoyland. Sure, 3 subs at half time seems excessive, and it probably was. The Meyer one obviously was because of the injury. Gercic's throw. We are 4 minutes into the second half. If we can get an early goal, this gets a bit more interesting. Gercic crosses. How has he not scored from that position? He's hit it into the post. How has he not managed to score? Another chance with Gay on the ball. Back to Mortensen. Crosses it in. Gelabert's there. Doesn't bother going for the header. Madsen again goes for another rocket. It's the goalkeeper. Fair enough. Goalkeeper comes out, claims that one. I don't think the highlight has happened. So something else is going to go on. And I'm hoping it is for Esbjerg. Rubio's ball towards Gercic. Controls that superbly well, does the young Croatian. Goes for a little run forward. Ball over the top. Hoyland's going to get there first. Kicks it into Mori. And it's back with the goalkeeper once again. Still no highlight has happened yet. Maybe it's going to be from this kick up field and it's fallen to an AGF player. If they get to third, it's game over. It's game over. How have they scored from that? We had 3 chances in that highlight and scored none of them. They had 1 and put it in. We're getting VAR, but I feel like it's going to count. It's not counted. It is 2-0 still. Another highlight just over the hour mark, and we've got the ball once again. Madsen finds Mortensen on the right-hand side. Play the ball forward. Finds Larsen. In the middle is Hoyland. Hoyland's effort hits the base of the post, and we're never going to score a goal. We're never going to score a goal in this game. Oh, my word. Hoyland should have scored from there. Didn't manage to do it. And Duca's header forward. Another highlight begins. I say another one begins. It's literally the same highlight. We just skipped about 3 seconds. Mortensen down the right-hand side. Can he get his cross in? He does. Gellerbert's not going to bother going for it. Their left back or right back looked like he was doing a little stretch. And the right back, left back of ours, Gercic, his effort goes over the bar. Gellebert is not having a good game. We've only got 2 subs left, so we need to use them wisely. We've got no left wingers. Apparently Malik Amir can play there. Funny story, Malik Amir's been playing left wing for the under-21s for some reason. I don't know why. He's definitely not very good as a left winger, but he can now play there naturally, which makes no sense to me. We've got Seka. We've got Mornir Seka. I mean, we could do that, because I trust Mamadou Gueye on the left-hand side. For some reason. I don't know why I do, but I, for some reason, trust him on the left-hand side. Do we do any other changes? Mortensen's not playing well either. Sorensen, I feel like Sorensen's not a right-back either. He's left-footed. We'll do it anyway. That, everybody, is what you call making a stupid decision because you're losing 2-0. Sorensen to Babiu. We have got, 15 minutes left to play. We can still get a draw out of this. It is still possible. Obviously, we do need the ball to be able to do that. Garay with the ball down the right-hand side. Have they brought off Mathieu Morey? Because he was very good for them, and they've brought him off. He got 2 assists in the first half, and it is going to be a long-range effort, I think, coming in any second now. There it is, Torres' effort. Pitts just about saves it, and then decides to try and save it for a second time, but it goes off for a corner. And the corner came to nothing. Final 5 minutes. AGF have the ball in our penalty area, and it's not looking good. Long-range effort. Pitaluga's wearing boxing gloves today, by the looks of it. Saka's clearance only finds an AGF shirt. And we've deserved, I say something, we haven't deserved something. We've deserved a goal maybe out of this. We've been very close a couple of times. And Duka, long ball. Hoyland collects it, heads it to nobody. Why did you header it? You weren't even being challenged. Babiu, it's now Mamadou Gueye goes for an effort. It's blocked. It's back with the goalkeeper. And surely that is game over here against AGF. Not ideal. Not really what we wanted. Off the back of beating Copenhagen, we didn't really want to be losing this game, but here we are. Garay's ball forward. Nanasi's effort is in the back of the net. It is 3-0. We're getting more VAR, so it might be 2-0. 2-0 once again. Those are words. I did it. Nope, it is 3-0, and the full-time whistle is about to go. Hoyland's on a 6.2. Gueye is on a 6.2. I imagine they've missed absolute sitters. That surely is the only reason why they're getting such poor ratings at the moment. If I select attackers, it just does Hoyland. So we need to talk specifically to you, Hoyland, Gueye. That's it. I think that's everyone we want to shout to, right? Seka as well. You can get shouted at too. Thrash Arms, Furious. You're all terrible. But the good news is we are still top of the table at the moment. The bad news is Maya's out for 11 to 14 days. This is the injury problems that we've got right now. Barisic, Markovic, now obviously Maya, Montano's injured as well. We are missing quite a few important attacking players. Not ideal. Markovic and Barisic, we need them. We need both of those players realistically in our squad. I think Markovic, we might train him up on the left-hand side so he can fit that position. Barisic can play up front. Maybe. Or maybe we just play Markovic up front and put Barisic on the wing. He definitely can't be a winger. It's transfer deadline day. We've got 16 hours to try and do some business. However, I don't really know what business to do. I'm honestly not quite sure what business we can do. We don't have a huge amount of money. £313,000 to spend, which doesn't really go very far. We've got a bit of wage budget, £9,000 a week that we could spend. I'm going to do some looking around. Maybe we might shift some players on if there's interest, and that might give us the opportunity to reinvest. Something we didn't consider is selling some of our sell-on clauses. We can get $739,000 from Sam Patricola, who is on loan at Bochum apparently at the moment, and Collins Deladla, £4.5 million. What's he up to? He's just sat there. Do we loan him back? Can we loan him for free? I don't want to pay £1.5 million if we don't play him even. Interestingly, Tin De Beer is getting games for PSG. Admittedly off the bench, but that's good news in a way. With 9 hours to go, we have completed our first and probably only signing of the January transfer window. A Norwegian right-back called Samuel Larsen signed from Copenhagen. He's cost us £500,000, but I think he's good enough as a right-back to be starting for us. We've got Mossen, we've got Mortensen, we've now got Larsen as well. Ignore the fact that Rubio's there. Rubio, definitely not a right-back, is he? He's definitely a centre-back. He's 6'3". And I think that probably concludes our transfer business for the summer. We did also loan out Luke Musakiri to Bromby for a bit of money. So hopefully he gets some game time there. We've loaned out Carniero and Manso as well back to Portugal. So maybe they're going to get some game time. Maybe they'll turn into something good. I mean, Manso's ridiculous, isn't he? It's been a while since I've played this save, so I genuinely forgot how good some of these players are. Carniero also doesn't look terrible, does he? Anyway, that's going to do it for this transfer window. We're going to jump to the end just in case some more business happens. Obviously, players leaving is the more likely thing to happen. So transfer deadline day then for us was actually quite quiet. We brought in 2 players. That's right, we did bring in somebody else as well on a free transfer. We'll take a look at him in just a moment. We brought in £1.7 million spent, 500,000 obviously on Samuel Larson. The other player to join the club is, where is he? Julian Charon, signed from Tours, 18 years old, French footballer, defender, central midfielder, whatever position we want to play him in. I brought him in because he was available on a free. And yeah, I think there might be something good there. I don't know. But that is going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we are going to jump forward to somewhere in the future. I don't know. Here, maybe somewhere in that bit. We're going to go through the season relatively quickly, I think. So, fair few games will be played off camera. But thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll be back with more Bromby? It's not Bromby, it's Esbjerg. That's who we are. I'll be back with more Esbjerg next time.